pretty gangster. What?
Any of the tatters watching, I'm literally just, like one of y'all said, the stick and poke. That's it. So you need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Focus your stretching to a certain spot.
Yeah.
When you're doing that and you're on either side, it's not doing shit. It feels like you're stretching it, but you gotta focus it to where the needle is.
Yeah.
So, what made you want to take on Apprentices this time?
Fuck it, why not?
I don't have a problem.
No, I mean, I think now that it's been a minute, having a shop, tattoo artists do have a high turnover rate, which is understandable because at the end of the day, we're all entrepreneurs in our own right. Even if they don't treat it as such, and they just want to be an artist, you still are a business of yourself. I mean, you're an independent contractor, you know what I'm saying? So, the turnover rate gets high, there's a lot of options, and I feel like it's best when I personally taught and train someone. That's when I get the best results. So, while we're at a point where we had kind of a bunch of artists for different reasons, do their own thing or move away or whatever. I could take this opportunity to bring in a few of y'all, kind of show you the ropes. And all of y'all already have artistic backgrounds, which makes it a lot easier versus a lot of these artists who, like, I didn't draw until I started tattooing. I didn't draw at all. Like, I had no interest in it. I didn't want to. I hated drawing. I'm impatient. That's why I do graphic design. But when you're tattooing, it's like, okay, you could draw and not tattoo. I mean, you can not draw and do tattoos, but when your tattoos suck and you don't know why, it's gonna piss you off. And if it doesn't, you're gonna suck forever. So it's like, that's why I got y'all drawing off the rip, because when you're tattooing, a lot of times, like, you'll see a mistake that's a drawing mistake, but you'll think it's a tattooing mistake because you just tattooing, and then you go to overcorrecting or you go to trying to fix it and making it worse, and you don't, because you don't understand why. Like, I wouldn't have got that without drawing, without spray painting, learning to paint, all the other mediums. Shit, I took sculpting when I was in college. All those other mediums play a big part. I'm gonna go right there into the tattooing.
I agree. I think as an artist, I found that the more stuff that I did artistically, I was able to kind of translate in between different mediums, because the more I knew, like texture or like just different things.
Yeah, it definitely make it easier for you, especially like how you said you studied color theory. A lot of artists, like, I had to study color theory as I know. Okay, I knew color theory to the extent of, like, okay, I know these colors. When I put orange and blue together on a poster or a mixtape, it pops out. It looks good. Like, but I didn't understand color theory almost to any extent, and tattooing kind of forced me to have to dive into that. I didn't know, like you already know that if you want a deep red, you put some green in there. You already know that. So that gives you a huge advantage over tattoo artists who are gonna do a million roses and not figure out why that red's not deep enough. That hurts, big dog. Goddamn.
Oh, my fault.
Fuck it. I guess it's gonna have to. My bad. Yeah. Go ahead.
You need balance of conversation.
No, it just gives you a bigger advantage, so. And it makes it easier for me, because I'm not a fucking art professor. Shout out to art professors though. That sculpting class was lit. I learned a lot in there. Then I didn't even have to go to class because the projects take weeks. So it's like, shit, this the project? Alright, I'll see y'all niggas on the due date.
I took a pottery.
Make this shit at my house. Pottery?
That was fun, but we had to be there. It was kind of difficult, actually.
Is pottery hard?
Yeah, like I mean, I think some people just kind of get it, cause it's like when you throw in the shit, like it's just like a technique. I never got it. I kind of sucked at it, but then I ended up just learning how to sculpt. But then there was other people in my class. The first time they did it, it just made sense to them. So, in my opinion, yes.
You're saying it was easier for everybody else except for you?
No, I'm not saying I was a slow kid in the class. I'm just saying, like,
For some, my
for
bad.
some.
Yeah, pottery probably is a little similar in the ways that, you know, you're molding it, but what is the pottery machine called that spins?
Oh, I don't know. This was years ago that I took this class.
You weren't paying
Pottery
attention
machine?
in pottery.
No, I mean, I took it as like an elective.
Call your
like,
professor right now.
This was years ago. I don't even know if my professor.
Well, when the pottery machine spins, it's really the thing that's doing all the work. This tattoo machine is really doing all the work. We're just guiding it. So it's like you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because the machine is doing the work anyway. You just gotta have patience to be able to learn how to guide that boy where he needs to be. I'm gonna have to wipe this off and go back through with that 18.
I think once I really start to use it, I'm gonna have a lot of questions about skin too, especially with like knowing how deep you're supposed to do it to get the ink in there, but also not hurt them.
I mean, it's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, that's what I kind of realized.
If it don't hurt him, it's gonna fade away.
But for what I did was, with the needle, you can adjust how deep, like the needle depth from the little tip right there.
Correct.
So I just adjusted it with I just turned it and used like a penny or something or a nickel to find the right depth. But I didn't go.
I probably wouldn't go nickel. They're a little thick.
Yeah, I know. I went like a dime.
Yeah.
I did a dime, and then I made sure like I didn't go all the way up because I didn't want to like ride the tube.
Riding the tube is cool.
Because I heard you're not supposed to be riding the tube.
I mean,
So
I don't for lines, but I just watch it, so I kind of know that little dime depth. You can kind of almost see like with the motion,
So
the little spaces leaving. That's almost the dip. But riding the tube is cool. If you put that motherfucker right here, hold on. You put that motherfucker right there. When you ride the tube, you know for sure you're not gonna go too deep.
No, that's
it's
true.
not possible.
Don't
However,
worry,
you're gonna get ink all over it.
Yeah.
This is the tube.
But what does it mean to ride the tube? What does that mean?
When you're riding the tube, that's what I'm explaining. Pay attention. When you're riding the tube, you put the needle all the way down like this, like he was saying, to the depth of a dime. That way, the needle only comes out enough to get into that second layer of skin that you need to hit. When you do ride the tube, though, when you tattoo, I'm trying to remember which part didn't hurt that bad. You see that ink going everywhere? That big ass thing versus when I do this. Well, I'm still riding the tube. Versus when I do this.
Okay.
And it's a clean line of ink. So that's what you risk. So that's why if you do that, your stencil,
Smudges, right?
I was gonna say the way that you place your stencil and properly prepare your stencil is gonna be more important, because if you do that, I dab that, you still see like you can be dabbing that shit forever. That shit gonna add 4 hours to your tail. You really need to wipe it if you're riding the tube. So it's gonna cause a little bit of a struggle there. Grab that back to you. But riding the tube is cool. Whenever I got around tattoo artists and I was no longer sprayed on the hand, I was no longer being self-taught. I was learning, you know, within the community. They were like, if you don't know, or if you think you're gonna blow it out or whatever, then you could ride the tube just to like be safe. It's just gonna make your tattoo harder on you. Now, when you're around some lettering artists, they're not going for that shit, because you gotta build it up and you gotta.
Hi guys, it's the booking manager here at 40 Studios. Books are open now and filling up fast. To get your spot on the schedule, text 291-4438. Send in your ideas so we can help curate the perfect session for you. Walk-ins are accepted but not guaranteed. Again, text 346-291-4438 to get your tattoo scheduled today.